3 years ago today, I took delivery of my GE Profile washer dryer combo. And since then, it has been quite the experience. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, well, after 3 years, Matt, how do you like it? How is it holding up? Today, I'm going to answer some of your questions and I'm going to provide some of my overall thoughts after owning one for the past 3 years. But without further ado, let's get started. If you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. And yes, we do have a guest today. Tuxedo's feeling a little bit needy and feels the need to sit on my lap while I record. But if you are unfamiliar with this machine, maybe you've never heard it before, allow me to provide a quick recap. So the GE Profile washer dryer combo is basically what its name implies. It is a single machine, standalone washer dryer combo. So unlike your traditional separate washer and dryer set, this is just one machine. It utilizes a heat pump, which in the world of washer dryer combos here in the US, that seems to be the way that we're going. That seems to be the new hotness. It also utilizes a 120 volt outlet, making it very energy efficient. It also is ventless, meaning that unlike your traditional dryer where, all that excess heat just vents up into the atmosphere, all of the heat from this machine will just recirculate and allowing your clothes to dry a lot more efficiently. It also does utilize Okay, buddy. It also does utilize reservoirs for your detergent and your softener, meaning that instead of having to add detergent every single load, with this one, you can just fill the detergent reservoir with up to 50 ounces of your favorite detergent or up to 32 ounces of your favorite softener, meaning you don't have to refill it every single time, which overall provides a much more hands-off experience, which is something that I do enjoy. This machine is also 4.8 cubic feet, which even though it is the smallest of the 3 washer dryer combos that are for sale here in the US, don't let that fool you. Over the past 3 years, I've had no issues whatsoever with washing things such as king size comforters, duvets, anything like that. It's been really no issue for me at all. Next, you're probably wondering, well, who is this machine meant for? Who is this marketed to? And well, over the past 3 years, I've narrowed it down to 2 categories. One being people that maybe are limited on space. Say that you live in an apartment and maybe you have one of those like stackable like washer dryer sets. This one might be a better option for you. And 2, for people that value their time. And that is the more important of the 2, and that's where basically I fit into. So unlike your traditional standalone washer and dryer set where, I have to put my clothes into the washer and then I have to wait an hour and then I have to go put them into the dryer, with this, I don't have to do that. And this allows me to basically take my day back. So for this, I can just throw my clothes into the machine and then I can go off and do what I need to. I can go run errands, like go to the gym, go to the grocery store and do whatever I need to do. And then when I come back home, I'm going to have a completely washed and completely dried set of clothes. One of my favorite features that I have heavily taken advantage of over the past couple years is the pet hair software removal option, which is a feature that didn't even come until later. So basically, if you have very shedding furry friends like we have Tuxedo right here, what this basically allows you to do is you can actually run a quick fluff cycle prior to the wash dry cycle beginning because it's a lot easier to get dry dog hair off of your clothes versus wet dog hair. You can run it in 15-minute increments, anywhere from 15 minutes all the way up to an hour. And I found that it works extremely well. Like the amount of dog hair that collects on that filter is amazing. It is absolutely excellent, which speaking of the filter, that's another improvement that we've seen with some of the newer machines is the incorporation of a newer filter because according to GE Profile, apparently people were not noticing that their filter was slightly dirty. And of course, a dirty filter also affects performance. So GE Profile basically re-engineered the filter and there's no more black foam piece or anything like that, which makes it much easier to clean and overall just a lot more efficient. A lot of people are probably wondering like, oh, well, what about mold issues? I heard front loaders are just so susceptible to mold that they just mold like crazy. Nope, that is also not true. Over the past 3 years, I have not seen a speck of mold, knock on wood, of course, on that one. And overall, it has been extremely well kept. I haven't seen mold. I haven't seen any sort of lint or hair buildup or anything like that within the drum, which I've seen with other machines as well. But overall, I'm super happy with the machine. Since I took delivery of it 3 years ago, it has been without a doubt, I would say one of the best tech purchases that I have ever made. I just love the fact that it just makes my life so much easier. It makes my day so much easier. It's just overall, it's just a matter of convenience. Something that I definitely wish I would have bought sooner is the riser. I went about a little over 2 years without having the riser on it. And now that I have one, I regret not getting it. So if you are considering getting one of these machines, highly recommend getting the riser for a couple of reasons. One, it raises just the overall height of the machine, making it much easier to get your clothes in and out of. And two, it makes cleaning the lower filter much easier, because before I got the riser, I would have to take my trusty Millennial baking sheet, which you're a millennial, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that baking sheet that for some reason you still have in your broiler that you've never gotten rid of. Even though I don't use it, I still have it. I just can't get rid of it, and I don't know why. I just can't throw that thing away. It's like, you know, me and that baking sheet are just attached at the hip. But now that I have the riser, I have no need for that sheet anymore. And overall, it's fantastic. There's also a lot of people saying out there like, well, I want to, like, this machine just isn't for me. I have a big family. I need to be able to, you know, have clothes in the dryer and then have clothes in the washer as well for efficiency. And yes, I get that. I totally understand that. And honestly, the only option I can give you is just buy two, which I know some people are saying like, oh, that's expensive. That's so much money. Honestly, not really. Compared to a typical Speed Queen washer dryer set, which costs over $5,000, you can find those on sale for as little as $1,600 to $1,700. Because I've noticed around some of the major holidays here in the US, that's when these things are on sale. And I've seen them at I think Best Buy and Costco were the two contenders where I saw that if you bought two of them, they would be like $1,600 to $1,700 a piece. So for around $3,400, you can get yourself two of these things with no issues. So there are two things that I do not like about my GE Profile washer dryer combo. First being, you probably guessed it, the lint trap. Every single year review video I've done, I have complained about the lint trap, because even though you're able to, it's just so hard to clean. Especially if you got big hands or anything like that, it is just so difficult to reach in the back and clean out that machine. Even though I do have, yes, brush attachments, vacuum attachments, and while I can get that lint trap space clean, I can't get it as clean as I want to be. Because, you know, the better you keep this clean, the longer it's going to last and the better it's going to treat you. And then the second thing that I hate about this machine is the amount of hate that I'm getting for owning this machine. And it's from one particular crowd and one particular crowd alone, and that's the Speed Queen crowd. I'm not sure why they are so emotionally attached to their Speed Queens to the point that they're attacking other people for owning not a Speed Queen. But over the past few months, it's gotten a little crazy. It's gotten to the point where I've actually received death threats in my DMs from people, the Speed Queen crowd, just for owning a GE Profile. So overall, I just thought that was very interesting. And I also thought it's interesting too how some of these people are also moving the goalposts with this machine. I don't feel that's fair. When I first took delivery back in 2023, it was always the same comments where, oh, this thing, you know, it's going to break in a week, it's going to break in a month, oh, it's going to break in a year. And as I kept, you know, achieving like those goalposts, they just keep moving it further out. And now they're like, oh, talk to me in 3 years, it's going to break. Well, it's been 3 years. And guess what? It's still kicking. Knock on wood, of course. And now I think the most recent comment I got was like, well, you know, make a video in 30 years and we'll see if this thing still works. And like, one, I don't know if I'll be doing content creation in 30 years. And two, I don't know if I'll be alive in 30 years. So I just thought overall, that's just a very interesting fan base. But yep, just to recap that, lint trap, creepy Speed Queen crowd. Two things that I don't like about that machine. Just some final thoughts. A couple things that you might want to keep in mind if you are in the market for one of these machines is one, it's going to require some TLC. You're going to have to do the monthly maintenance, which it's not a lot. It's nothing crazy. It's all outlined in the manual, but if you don't want to read the manual, I also have a video as well as how to clean this thing. I've done it every single month since I've owned this machine for over 3 years, and it has kept my machine in tip-top shape. Another thing to also keep in mind is that this machine is heavy. It weighs over 300 pounds. So it is not light in any way, shape, or form. So, you know, if you are planning to, you know, go pick it up yourself and install it yourself, you might want a couple of people to help you out with that one. Well, everyone, that concludes my 3-year review of my GE Profile washer dryer combo. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, highly recommend it. And plus, Tuxedo would also highly appreciate it. I don't know why he's so needy today. He's never felt the need to lay on my lap while I'm in my office. But once again, if you have any other questions or anything, feel free to drop them below and I'll answer them the best I can. But hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.